Welcome to West Texas Droning. Ban them. Ban them all. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Hey, welcome to West Texas Droning. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Got several things to talk about on this episode, and the top of the list is the proposed rulemaking changes at the FCC concerning drones. And what's at issue here is there's drones that are already out there in the field that people own, and they want to ban those. Yeah, that's kind of strange. And the issue is, which I found out in my research, is there's certain technologies that they consider military grade technologies they don't think should be on just everyday consumer drones. And the drones in question, I found on this Drone Valley's website, he lists the Mini 5 Pro, the Avata 360, the Air 3S, and the Neo 2. Those are very popular consumer drones, and I think the Air 3S could even have a lot of commercial uses. It's a good drone. What's the problem with these? LiDAR. They have laser range finding. The government considers that a military grade feature. Technology, they don't want them just to be in regular drones. Now, people are concerned about this, and justly so, and the wider implications of some of these technology bans. They're wondering if they're going to ban things like routers, robot vacuums. LiDAR is used in a lot of auto drive cars. That could be a factor. So they're worried about that. Now, I have found sources that said, no, that's not a concern. They are not going to ban LiDAR that's in cars. They're just focusing on drones. And that's what may be coming depending on how this rulemaking change goes. Now, another thing that's coming up that's you don't have an input on, it's just going to happen, and that is just a tariff on drones. It's a new tariff. Let me just read this to you. It's quite a deal. President signed a proclamation under Section 232 National Security Authority that imposes tariffs on both complete unmanned drone systems and many of their parts and components. The key details are 100% tariff on drones with a maximum weight of over 55 pounds, 100% tariff on drones with thermal imaging, and 100% tariff on docking stations for those drones. Also, 100% tariff on certain key components, critical components of those drones. Now, okay, I have a smaller drone. That won't affect me. There's a tariff for that too. There's a 25% tariff on smaller drones under 25 kilograms or 55 pounds without the sensitive capabilities listed above. Other drone components, examples mentioned are propellers, rotors, landing gear, various other parts. I assume that's going to mean batteries too. We'll have a 25% tariff on them. Now, that's aimed mostly at Chinese products. Our friends, neighbors like EU and the UK, they still have a tariff on them, but it's at a lower rate. It's just 15% for the EU, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Switzerland, and 10% for the UK. So these tariffs are coming into effect on September 3rd. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to happen. The president signed it into law, and you can look for that to happen. Doesn't give you a lot of time to buy any critical parts you might need that the price is going to go up on. So something you might think about. So that's part one. Now I want to talk about an issue I had at Fur Hopper Ranch and with my Neo. And if you remember, I had a video about the Neo going down the street, normal mode speed. I wasn't going real fast, but pretty fast, and seeing how low I could get to the ground without causing a forced landing. And it turned out at a good speed, you can't do that. I could push the stick all the way down. The drone didn't descend below about a foot. And so I figured if it's moving forward, it doesn't want to land. But at what speed does it decide it is going to force a landing on you? Well, what I did is I went out to Fur Hopper Ranch and I did a little experiment. and I got a very different result than I did on my previous forced landing video or auto landing video. Here we are at Fur Hopper. We're in the Neo. It's a very windy day, as you can see when we're flying around. Maybe a little too windy for the Neo, but I was hoping that down in the hollow between all the brush, maybe there wouldn't be an issue with the winds. I like to fly the FPV course down here every chance I get to hone my skills, which are very slow in honing, and also to take a look at any improvements I might need to make in the course. Normally I do a screen recording too. Due to a SD card issue, it didn't happen on this flight. But I did bring some new tools I'm going to use to clearing things out to extend the course. I'll show you where that extension is going to be in just a second. As I say, in most places, the wind wasn't an issue. I was concerned about this place because it's kind of getting in the open, and it was okay. I wasn't that far away. Normally, this is about 300 feet from where I take off. And as we get down in here, of course, the foliage gets denser and we get farther away, and then we start to experience a drop in signal strength. And coming right down here behind the green limb that you see right now, that will be cleaned out and the course extended. Now, as I was departing the course, I had some video issues and I had some gusty wind issues. I experienced this little deal right here, and the controller actually said landing, and that's what it did. I think it found a place to nest. I think Neo thinks I can bring Trinity out here, we can build a nest, we can have a family, and this will all be good. So that's an interesting thing. One answer to when does it decide to do an automatic landing. When it gets caught in a bush, it says landing. Good job. Talking about FPV courses, I've told you we're working on another one. I've flown over it, and I'm going to give you a walking tour. Be advised, I'm a little winded after working, so I'm a little short of breath on this walk, but here's what we're looking at.
As Fur Hopper begins on a flat piece of granite, the second one also has that feature, not as big. And I've kind of walked out, chopped a little bit of stuff out from where I think I want the course to go. It's a little warm, a little windy. I was going to do I got a new battery for my Air 3. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do that. But the course basically is going to go down this way. If I can walk. And here again, there's another one of those flat pieces of granite. And again, some kind of a waterfall action. And he will get down through these bushes right here. And then, as I pointed out on the video, there's a couple places to branch. The one to the right is easier, but the one to the left is steeper and a little bit more of a challenge. I haven't been down there yet, but I probably will. Anyway, that's some insight in the second FPV course that I'm working on here at Fur Hopper Ranch.
So part of the concern with these tariffs is there's going to be a tariffs on drone parts that you might need, maybe 25%. Well, I ran into an issue with the battery on my Mini 3. I have several batteries, and I have one that just doesn't want to charge. And I talked to Grok about it, and it didn't want to charge in the charging hub. And Grok said, well, why don't you put it in the drone and charge it there? Which I tried, and it did eventually charge, but it was just way too slow, so I don't trust this battery anymore. Fortunately, I bought a replacement before the tariff goes into effect, and I bought the DJI Mini 3 Intelligent Battery Plus for the extended flying time. So I charged it up, I put it in the drone, I took it out to Fur Hopper, and we're doing a little test flight checking out the drone, a little shakedown. So it's powered up, it's sitting on the pad, and now we're going to do some safety checks. What I'm particularly interested in looking at is the battery status on the brand new battery. So we scroll down there, look at battery info, and we're going to see that it is a 0 battery cycle count battery, brand new, fully charged. And so we're going to give it a little shakedown cruise right now. Now, as you see, it is a windy day. There's 19 miles an hour, gusting to 31 miles an hour. And this is the Mini 3, so it does better than the Neo. The Neo probably would not have survived up here. But you can see things are shaking around pretty good. I was impressed at the video because if you've been with me standing on the ground looking up at the Mini 3, it was bouncing around, struggling pretty good against this wind. But you have to admit the video is pretty stable. Good job, DJI, on this image stabilization and gimbal stabilization. But what we're really out here to do today is to check out this battery. And you see we got about 40 minutes on it after just getting airborne. This changes with your flight conditions. If you're going scenic mode, normal mode, sport mode, windy mode, going fast, going slow, that kind of varies there. You can see it's 42 minutes, and it varies with what you're doing. 43 minutes right there. But it's good to know you have a battery that will fly that long. It's going to save you a lot of interruptions. You flying around doing something and you get low on battery, you come back, you put a new battery in, and then you continue with what you're doing, and this saves you that time with an extended life battery. So look at that, 45 minutes depending on your flight mode. That's impressive. So the life goes up and down with your flight mode, but we're still showing a 95% charge on the battery. So now we'll bring it back and land it, and then we'll go get some lunch. And this will be a manual landing in the wind. That's good practice. And there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Neo nesting demonstration and the shakedown cruise on the new battery. Think about what you're doing on this tariffs. See if there's any equipment you need to get before the prices go up. And also touch base with Pilot Institute or with FCC website and see if you want to make some comments on the proposed rule changes that would ban drones that you may already own. In the meantime, thank you for stopping by. We ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate you very much, more than you know. God bless.